Hello people, it's your boy Osman back again with another video. This time I'm joined by my favourite brother. I'm sorry to the other two watch it, I know you don't support me, but what's his here? Ole, 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 ole. Anyways, let's get into the video. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Man's trying to get to 200. It's a long way away, but we'll get there. Drop a like, all that good stuff. Just to quickly give you a bit of information, this video of course will be out today, but the match reaction, we're actually going to do a watch along for the first time this season because it's a massive game. So that will be out on a Monday, and hopefully the podcast will be out on Tuesday. I know how much you love the podcast, all 10 of you watching it. Anyways, let's get into the game. Man United v Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley. First and foremost, let's start with the manager. Was 5 games, 5 wins. What have you made of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the babyface assassin? And obviously, so what have you made of him? What have you made of his spell so far?
I mean, from the moment he walked into the club, you thought, yes, he's a legend, isn't he? He's a legend.
You were there night out, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Were you behind the net?
No, I was nowhere there.
I
was like, yeah, I was.
I heard you were behind the net.
No, I was watching on TV.
Oh, you didn't cross it in?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were not vexed.
Basically, he's done a grand job. I personally, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong after the Tottenham game, by the way. I could quickly delete this. But I would give him the job.
Oh, you give him the job?
I would give him the job. You know why? Because he's brought back that kind of feel-good factor.
Okay.
We've been lacking that so much.
Definitely be lacking it.
I've hated Mourinho. I wanted
no,
Mourinho.
But didn't you think the feel-good factor was under Moyes? Moyes!
No, but seriously,
Van Gaal had the feel-good factor, and when he fell down on us, that was amazing.
Oh my god.
No, but seriously, so you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should get the job based on 5 games? You've been serious. What if we get a
No, because you've got, as long as Mike Phelan's there,
yes,
tactically he's quite astute, so he's really good tactically. Yeah. If he was on his own, he needs a couple of years management experience. He has got some experience.
So would you say Mike Phelan is the most important?
Yes. And obviously with Carrick, who's just been playing with them, retired and all that business. And what's the guy?
Carrick can still play, to be fair.
McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna.
I mean, as a team, you can just tell in it, the atmosphere is good.
The chemistry's there.
But at the moment, you can tell they're riding the atmosphere.
Okay.
We're
so
not playing any big yet.
So obviously this is the test, you know? So let me just play devil's advocate. So just say, obviously at the moment as it stands, you're happy with the job. I don't agree with this. For me personally, we have to get top 4 for him to even be in contention. I'm not going to get carried away with his romance. I completely understand where you're coming from, because for me personally, I love him. I love the chemistry. I love the fact that every time we score, him, Carrick, McKenna, they're always hugging each other. Every single goal, no matter who it's against, they flip and celebrate. I know we've not played against good teams, but either way, you can tell it means a lot to him. And to be fair, we was expecting that kind of level of passion with Jose in it. Now, that's why I was personally happy. Obviously, he's a winner, but me and you, we used to love Jose when he used to run on the pitch.
I just love his I love Jose when he said, just his Drogba.
Yeah.
When he said Drogba.
Yeah, when he used to slide on the pitch, I was expecting that Jose Mourinho, the passion, and for me personally, we've just...
Which is sad, but
it's
not as well.
We didn't get it, but it is what it is, isn't it? But for me personally, I wouldn't give it to him. Unless he gets top 4 minimum, and obviously has to do something. He has to beat PSG. What I was going to say to you, because obviously you want him to get it, but just hypothetically speaking, just say we finish 6th, which is where we're at right now. So would you still give it him, or does it?
No, it's the manner. It's the manner to finish.
Okay, so just say we lose a couple of games towards the end. Or
to be honest, let's not sugarcoat it, but we're a couple of players short. Yeah.
Of what?
Of getting in the top 4. Koulibaly, we need central. We need someone in the middle.
We definitely need a defender.
Koulibaly for me has to come in.
Yeah.
And then a right winger is optional. We can kind of, Chong coming through. There's a few players. Sanchez, if you move to the right wing,
I'd say centre back and DM for me personally.
Yeah.
If we can fix up them 2 positions, we've got a decent
spine.
We've got a decent spine. We've got De Gea. Just hypothetically speaking, we get Koulibaly.
And Ndombele from Lyon, personally.
I've not seen enough of him.
He's really good.
I haven't seen enough of him to come out. I've seen the bits and bats, but not consistently. So just say we get Koulibaly. This is ridiculous, isn't it?
No, it's not. I think it's gettable.
Or just say even if you got him, we have De Gea, Koulibaly. We'll just say Ndombele, whatever. Pogba, and then Rashford. That would be our spine. And to be fair, that's a pretty decent team with Martial on the left, Lingard, Sanchez on the right, Herrera, etc. But yeah, just coming back to obviously the game itself. So obviously Solskjaer, like we said, 5 wins, 5 games, 5 wins. This is his real test, realistically speaking, on paper.
Poch's real test, yeah. Bottle Job FC.
Oh, God,
I'm going for 3-1, boys.
Oh, God.
I'm going for 3-1.
Okay, so this is Poch's real test. Have you seen what Poch has been saying about Man United?
He wants the
He's
job.
been licking our arse. I'm sorry, boys. Excuse my language, but Poch has been proper on it for Man United job. He's kind of playing the field. I don't know what he's doing to us. I don't know if he's trying to send a message out to Daniel Levy saying, "Yo, look, give me some money, otherwise I'm going Man United." But just regarding the whole situation in general, just before we go into the game itself, if we don't get Poch, just say he's not coming in it, which obviously there's a chance he's not going to come. Would you take Ole or would you take Zidane?
I'd rather have Zidane over Poch.
Would you rather have Zidane over Poch?
Yeah, personally.
Okay. And to be fair, I'm 50-50. I don't know.
Personally,
I love Zidane, but I think Poch is more of the
okay, imagine this, yeah. We probably just about get top 4, or we even get 5th or something, yeah?
Yeah.
And we get to the next round of Champions League, we beat PSG, we get to the next round, we get knocked out.
We have to beat PSG for me personally.
Yeah. And then after that,
it's not an easy game.
Then how can you turn around to say social goodbye, we'll take part? It doesn't add up for me. I think he's wrong, personally.
He's a legend.
I think he's wrong.
We'll let you guys
You've got to give him at least another season.
We'll let you guys decide in the comments.
Because
otherwise we're going to be talking about this all day. But I can see what you're saying. Obviously we'll have to discuss it on the radio show.
What do you think of the flaws of Social are? He's playing the youth.
Well, we haven't seen
he's playing consistent, he's playing attacking football.
But I feel like this is a game that we're going to see what he's made of. Because at the end of the day, right, obviously, first and foremost, I'm going to give credit where it's due because I was happy with the manner which we're playing, etc., that kind of thing. But you're going to find out against Tottenham. Tottenham is Tottenham. You're going to find out his tactical awareness. Obviously, Mike Feely is a massive, massive asset to us. Just the fact that Sir Alex has been in the dressing room, that kind of thing. All these things are positive for me personally. You know, it is Man United through and through, which is what the fans have been wanting. The thing I love about Solskjaer, of course, is that he's a fan in it first and foremost, which is the most important thing. But Mike Feely is the most important factor, really. He's been the difference for me. He's the man behind the scenes doing all the way, really, realistically speaking. But going into the game itself, how do you think it's going to pan out? So I'll let you start first because you've said 3-1 to Man United, which I think is ridiculous.
Alright, fair enough.
But
I'll tell you why. Okay,
go on.
Let's
tell us why it's 3-1. I'm not on this level.
This is an example, I don't know what the line is going to be, but if you've got Trippier, Alderweireld, that Sanchez dude, and then left back is Rose, yeah?
Yeah, Rose, yeah.
And then opposite to that, running at them, you got Martial, Rashford, and Lingard.
Realistically, yeah.
Think about them running at you. And the good thing about them, they can switch positions. They're so flexible along the front three.
Right. Okay.
That they're gonna get crisscrossed.
Okay, but who do you think their weaknesses are? Because
Trippier 100%, and Rose. The flanks are really weak. Alderweireld is quite strong. Sanchez has been doing really well.
Would you take Alderweireld?
No, he's too old.
Oh, you would.
He's too old. A few years back, maybe.
Yeah, a few years back, I'll definitely take him. I don't know now. It depends if Koulibaly is available. I'd rather get Koulibaly.
You gotta pay 150 million for Koulibaly and get him, because he's like what Van Dijk, what Van Dijk can do. 100%. And he's a leader. He's more than just a defender. He's a leader. He's like a Rio type.
It's ridiculous.
Rio Ferdinand, what the influence.
He is. But anyways, going back to obviously their weakness. Of course, we know their strengths. We'll talk about that in a second. So their weaknesses is their fullbacks. For me personally, I completely agree. I know a lot of England fans won't agree with this, but I think Trippier is overrated massively. First and foremost, he was fantastic for England in the World Cup. I was absolutely buzzing, especially that free kick he scored against Croatia and that kind of stuff. But I just don't think defensively he's that good. And to be fair, there's not a lot of fullbacks who are good defensively. Like if you name all the top ones, obviously there's like Jordi Alba. These guys are quite good.
Very few now.
There's very few now. Like I can't think of many that.
You know, it's because they concentrate too much on attack.
There's so much emphasis on attack. Even Luke
That's
Shaw.
the new style of play.
Even Luke Shaw to an extent, like. I'm a massive fan of Luke Shaw, and you know that, and obviously I know you guys have been criticising him.
I still think he doesn't give enough.
Yeah, I know you lot have been criticising him a lot recently.
He's got potential.
To be fair, if I'm not looking at it with a biased sort of standpoint, I can see what you're talking about. There's so many flaws in his game. His position is out. He doesn't block enough crosses.
He's young though.
He's still got potential. But what I'm trying to say is he's an example of someone that in English media they say he's a world beater. He continues the way he's going. But realistically speaking, if you actually dissect his play, and it's similar with Rose and Trippier, if you actually dissect the way they play defensively, the bang average to be able to do, they're out of position a lot of times. They're lucky they got two solid centre backs that cover them very well.
Yeah, they're decent.
Their centre backs are solid, but we can't get him behind. Martial, for me personally, he has to consistently run him behind. I'm sick and tired of him. Well, I'm not sick and tired, but him wanting the ball to feet really frustrates the shit out of me. Like I don't mind it here and there, but sometimes you gotta run him behind. Do you get what I mean?
This is the exact same thing we said last video that I made with you.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
Same thing. Nothing's really changed.
yeah, not much has changed. I know.
And when he does it, it works.
That's what I'm saying.
When
Like,
he does it, the guys on his
that
arse.
run that Martial,
The
he is
defender's on his
literally-
arse.
That run
Literally on his
Martial
arse.
made, right? That Matic found him. I can't even believe Matic passed it forward. But Matic found him with that pass when Martial ran in behind. If he had a bit better control, he would have scored. It was a fantastic tackle as well. I think it was our last game. I can't remember. It was in Newcastle. It might be Newcastle. But those are the kind of runs I expect. You know, the runs that Mata makes consistently. You know, someone who's got more pace than Mata will get him behind consistently because we've got players like Pogba who can find the pass. So it's for me personally, if we keep running in behind, stretch the play as much as we possibly can, then we have got a chance. We've got to bear in mind that they've just come off a very intense game against Chelsea. They haven't got much rotation as well, so that's going to massively benefit us because for me personally, we've had a full week off. We haven't got an excuse really. I know we've been training in Dubai and stuff, but if anything, that's the best game preparation we can have whilst they've had to play very intense 90 minutes against obviously a
They
London
looked
rival.
like the last 20 minutes of that
They
game.
did look like it, and obviously Kane went down
It's
as well.
expectable, isn't it?
Kane went down, so that's obviously he's not injured, but it's fatigue that he went down because of fatigue there. Because obviously his lactic acid build up. So just accumulation of games. If they've come out of Christmas period, we've come out of Christmas period. We've had a week off after the Christmas period.
And boy, do we celebrate that Christmas period.
I celebrate too much. I need to lose a bit of weight. But like players like Kane and that, for me personally, they've just played every single minute. But anyways, let's talk about Man United. Obviously, you mentioned it already. What would you say our strengths are going into the game then?
Strength, like I said, you said about the flanks, innit? I mean, you got Marshall down the left.
Do you think we've got natural width though?
I think, yeah.
Okay,
Kind of. We're more left-sided, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Through Marshall and Shaw.
Right side is
They've got like
right?
they've been playing a bit together now, so they've got like a slight bond and understanding.
Yes.
Right side, especially when Mata's played, it was terrible.
With Mata and
No
Valencia-
offense to Mata, he's out of position. He doesn't play on the right
he
wing.
can't. Lingard's
You've
the
got to
one
have
to do that, though.
Lingard. No, I'm not a massive fan of Lingard, but what he does off the ball and that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
exactly because he opens pockets for Rashford and Marshall.
His movement off the ball will create space for us, definitely.
Where the goals are going to be, so you got Marshall on the left, and then you got say Lingard on the right. If they're running down, causing the fullbacks problems, yeah, and if they do get through, which I think they will, they've got enough pace, and then the ball that comes in with Herrera and Pogba arriving at the edge of the box, they're
Yes.
the goals you might get.
Yes, good shot.
Because I think the central defenders might be a bit flat-footed. Because they're a bit slower. Alderweireld's lost his edge slightly. He's a good defender, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And Sanchez is a bit rash. He does dive in. I saw him against Chelsea.
He's okay. He's nothing special.
He does dive in
I
a
think
bit.
Alderweireld's we played against Sanchez before when he was at Ajax and we battered him. But yeah, just
Average.
the point that you made, the space, the edge of the box that's going to be left, I think for me personally will be interesting. I don't actually know who's playing in that DM. I know Sissoko's been playing there, but he's been doing alright.
Sissoko's a beast, isn't it?
He's been doing alright, so him against Pogba would be an interesting match as well. So there's going to be a lot of different battles on the pitch, but just their strengths in general. Obviously, we've touched upon their weaknesses. Their strength, Harry Kane against our defence is going to be Harry Kane and Son. I don't know how we're going to cope.
And even Ali to an extent.
Yeah,
He
Ali's
pops up and
he's got that movement that Frank Lampard.
Actually, the player for me has to be Eriksen.
Eriksen's
That guy is.
unbelievable.
I'm a big fan of Eriksen.
If Herrera can do a job on Eriksen, then we might have a chance.
Yeah, if you have to cancel him out.
We have to consider
Because he's
a lot. Yeah, a
the-
lot goes
the
to him
link,
and
innit?
Son though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how Son gets on against. I swear he's playing against Luke Shaw. I don't know what wing he plays on. He plays on both, to be fair.
You can go either.
But it's going to be interesting. Let's go into our lineup, then we can discuss further how we expect. So we'll do one player each. So obviously De Gea is a given. So who would you play right back?
I'm going to be a bit. I'll have Ashley Young.
I'm going to agree and say Ash Young as well. So centre backs, who would you play?
No one's going to agree with this, but I was thinking, obviously Lindelof.
I know what you're going to say.
And
as well.
Darmian.
I knew you were going to say Darmian.
Do you know why he's so calm? And you need calmness.
Jones.
Jones is suspect against Kane. You know exactly what's going to
Oh
happen.
my god, it's too
He's
hard.
going to slip. He's a bang one in top corner.
You prat. The salmon boots. To be honest with you, I would agree, but
He's playing Jones now.
there's no way that's gonna happen. I think it's a bit of it's like a gamble doing that because obviously we saw him against Reading for the first time, and I thought I gave him man of the match after the game. So I personally would think that might be something that we could do in the future, but I think it's too much of a risk to do that against Spurs. So I don't even want Jones to play. He's terrible. Anyways, no, I'm gonna go for Darmian and Lindelof because what's the difference? Jones is so bad.
Jones was struggling against. Who did you play? Reading, was it?
Jones is getting pocketed by some guy in Reading who's not scored in 10 games, mate.
What did I tell you? And they were in that quick.
I don't know, man. No, I'm just gonna go Darmian Lindelof. What are you going for?
They're the same.
All right, I'm just gonna. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be Jones and Lindelof realistically, but Either way, our defense is just dead. We're gonna have to outscore them. Left back, I'm gonna go Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Midfield three, who are you going for?
Same, Pogba, Matic.
Yeah, I don't think I changed that. Pogba, Matic, and Herrera. That's a given. Left, Martial. Up top, Rashford, and on the right, Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Sanchez and Lukaku on bench for me again.
What else do you want?
Yeah, you got strength in depth as well.
You got Match on the bench. You got
to be honest with you, what I will say is, if we're in the game, right, just say it's 1-1 and there's 30 minutes to go, we should win this game. Because they're going to be absolutely knackered. They've played the whole Christmas period. The players like Son, players like Eriksen, players like Kane, they've played every single flipping game. Trippier's played practically every game. Alderweireld's played practically every game. Sissoko's played every game. And we've had a full week off, and we're going to bring on Lukaku and Sanchez, who are fully fit, fresh. So realistically speaking, we're 1-1. For me personally, we should win the game. Because they're going to be knackered. You saw against Chelsea, I know, to be fair to Spurs, they defended really, really well, but you saw Chelsea knocking on the door. That almost had proper tired them out.
The only goal they're getting is from a Jones mistake. That's almost guaranteed. And the biggest got 3.
I can't believe you're going 3-1. I think that's ridiculous.
I was going to change to 4-1, but I felt sorry for him.
Oh my god. Like I said, we are going to do a watch land. So just to quickly finish off, so you think we're going to win 3-1 because we're going to...
we're too quick and too...
We're going to exploit the full-backs, basically.
We get an early goal as well.
We think we're going to get early goal away from home?
Yeah, in the first 20 minutes.
Wow, I don't know what to say. You're making me feel more confident, but...
And it's going to be Martial's
due a goal anyways, but I'm gonna say this is a bit of a cop out. I'm gonna say we're gonna draw. However, what I'm saying is, like I just said, if we're 1-1 and we're bringing Sanchez and Lukaku off the bench, we should win the game, but I don't think we will. So I'm gonna stick to 1-1. To be fair, Arsenal have lost today. I know some Chelsea are winning while we're recording this. It's not a bad result.
No.
We need to win. Obviously,
it's more than just the 3 points. It's a statement.
It's a statement.
Well, it just tells Posh that you're not welcome in.
Just to quickly finish off. Just say Solskjaer just win this game.
Solskjaer's my manager next season.
Okay, so just say. Okay, so what happens if he loses the game? Then what?
Have you seen the smile? Can you say no to that?
Just say we lose 3-0, right? And we get outplayed. Just say we lose 3, because this is the first time.
Or we get outplayed, then it's going to be a bit...
So we lose 3-0 and we get outplayed, then what? Because realistically speaking, this is his opportunity to showcase his managerial sort of credentials.
I can't see us getting outplayed.
But just say we're doing it, hypothetically speaking, then what? We get outplayed 3-0 to Spurs. At Wembley, Kane scores an early goal, Son gets one on the break, and then Dele Alli Tossa gets one. I hate his face, but it was fantastic against Arsenal. Anyways, yeah, so to say they beat us 3-0 like they did the first time, how would you feel about Solskjaer? Do you still think he's the right man, or...?
Yeah. Still.
Why though?
I love him, man. Do you remember that goal in the Champions League?
You were there, innit?
I was there on the TV.
Oh my god. Anyways, just to quickly finish off.
It's been your boy.
Feel free to if you watch this.
Oh, listen, lads, just get the guy up to 200 subscribers. He's desperate.
Ole, 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 ole.